that. I just was like, oh, I need a thing that will go and do jointing. I need a flat surface on one side. I need some clamps. I'll just figure out what I've got and how to do that. So there you go. All right, am I caught up on the chat? Mark Bumstead, welcome. Hugs, I think I said hello to you already. Mouse Bieber 5, hello. Wie geht's? Mir geht es gut. Ich habe erst ein Jahr Deutsch studiert. That's the best I can give you for now. It was a long time ago. Okay, we've done some drilling. Wasn't quite the right fit. We're caught up on chat. All right, we need to go one size up on the drill bit. We tried 4.5. We're going to 5. 5 mils. Okay, and you're not going to see what I'm doing, but I'm drilling 4 holes in plastic. You're not missing out much. Don't worry, I'll make sure you get to see the interesting stuff. Why is that not going through? Let's try that again. Okay. You can speak good German? No. I can speak terrible German. I've been to Germany once. I went. It was during the. I think it was during the South Africa World Cup. I was in Germany at that time, and I was visiting my wife over there, who was an athlete traveling around, and so we went to a couple of places. But we had a few days off. We went to the Netherlands, so we're in Amsterdam, and I wanted to go because I've been studying German for a little bit and stuff. I wanted to go to visit Germany. And so we decided to go to Berlin for like 3 days or something like that. And look at all the flights, and they're all quite expensive. And there's this one really cheap flight, which was like, I think it was like 50 euro or something, and all the others, all around it were like 200 euro. And we got on the flight, and it was only kind of like half booked and stuff like that. And we realized when we got off at the other end at the airport in Berlin, that the World Cup game of England versus Germany was on at the time. so no one wanted to fly while Germany was playing. So it was quite funny though, because there were quite a lot of goals in that game. I remember we were walking through the airport, and the moment I realised that the World Cup game England-Germany happened on that time was because we were walking through, and a whole lot of cheering broke out. And and so we looked over and saw the score, and I think it was Germany must have scored a goal against England or something like that. And yes, I was like, oh, okay, so that's why no one's flying. And then we got on the bus to go to the hotel, and at one point the doors open, so people get off, and I hear, "Rah!" And of course there was another goal scored. And I think we got to the hotel with about 20 minutes left in that match or something like that. So we saw like the last few minutes of that match, but. Anyway, so that's my story about how I got a cheap flight from Netherlands to Berlin because the World Cup was on. Yeah. Do you speak, do I speak Gopher or do I speak comma Gopher? Punctuation matters because I do not speak Gopher. I mean, I can write, is that the noise they make? I don't know. But a long time ago, I studied a year of German at uni. So that was, when would that be? That would have been nearly 20 years ago, I think. So I've been a bit of a sampler of languages. I've learned a little bit of quite a few languages, and often if I'm been doing traveling, I try to learn a little bit. So and I think on that same trip, I was in the airport in England waiting for a flight to Barcelona. So I bought a phrase book, tried to remember as much as I could, and just started using it. Worked okay, I mean, for very little investment. But I've also done the same thing with Japanese. My wife is from Russia, so I spent a couple of years trying to learn Russian. That is, of all the languages I've tried to learn, that is the hardest. So I think we got to a certain point at that. And so if you speak more than one language, then you know that a word can kind of change based on the situation it's in. So I'm trying to think of a way to think this. So I can't explain this in a way that makes sense if you don't already understand it. So my apologies. But anyway, unlike the other languages I've had, in Russian you can have things like the name for an umbrella changes based on the gender of the person who owns the umbrella and stuff. It's fucking mind-blowing. And I remember I was with the same group of people all the way through three successive Russian courses, and we got to that bit and we all just looked at each other and no one re-enrolled for the next session. And the teacher was like, I don't know why everyone just seems to stop after doing this level of the course. Everyone gets this far and then they stop. And it's like, well, I can tell you why. It doesn't make sense. How does anyone learn that language? Okay. All right. Can you see the draft? No, you can't. Okay, now you can. If I'm very clever, I could actually put the other camera on and I can just use my front camera on the thing to do it. Hang on. That fits in perfectly. Okay. What I need is, oh God, I'm not going to be able to find it, am I?